Lads and ladies, welcome to a new video, and today is our final league prediction video. Today, it's the big one, EFL Championship Predictions today. I'm so looking forward to doing this. It's the one I've been desperate to be doing, but I needed to get the first three out of the way. Done National League, done League 2, done League 1, and now for the big one, the EFL Championship Predictions. I'm so looking forward to doing it. A couple of things to say. First of all, I'm recording this on a new phone. Managed to get myself a new phone today. So hopefully this should work out. This is just a bit of a trial really. See how it goes. And then obviously if it works well, I'll of course use it on holiday when I do go on holiday. On Tuesday, obviously I'm going to Mallorca as you will know. That's where I usually go every year. And I've always been doing that. Second thing, join Fantasy EFL. Obviously I'll put it in the comments. I'll put it in my description when you click on my YouTube channel. EFL Ballers. So let's get on with this and let's see how we go. So starting off with bottom, I didn't really want to do this, but I have got to be I can't really be biased. I put Wednesday bottom because if you've been keeping up with the news, we've been in dire situations. We can't make signings. We've lost most of its players. We might even lose Danny Roll as well. It's just looking dire at the minute. So I'm had to put Wednesday 24. But the players we have lost, we've obviously lost Kasama to Rangers and Masaba to Samunspor from Turkey. So yeah, I'm not really going to say much more because yeah, I've pretty much mentioned most of it already. But yeah, you know, like I said, I can't be biased. I know I'm a Wednesday fan. I can't be biased. We're going to finish bottom, and that's the end of it really. In 23rd, I've gone for Hull City. Now, they're going through similar financial difficulties to Wednesday, but at least they actually paid their players on time like we do, because we have not done for the past 2 months. But Hull City, I'm sorry to say that you are going to be 23rd this season, but in terms of transfers, you've actually done really well. Semi Ajayi from West Brom is not a bad signing at all, along with Dylan Phillips from Rotherham. He didn't play that bad at Rotherham. But here's the interesting one. Gustavo Preta from Bayer Leverkusen. They've spent £3.5 million on him from Leverkusen. That's a good signing. But in terms of players you've lost, Alfie Jones to Middlesbrough. That's a big loss. And probably Sean McCloughan to Blackburn. Big loss as well. So I'm sorry all, but yeah, you're going down unfortunately. This was really hard, 22nd, but I have gone for Preston. Now, as a whole, the squad of Preston is not that good in my opinion. I don't think it's good enough to battle out with teams that are down there already. So I think they'll struggle. But in terms of transfers they've made, they brought Daniel Everson back from Leicester. Jordan Thompson from Stoke is a good signing. They signed Paul Valentin from Wednesday. He didn't play too bad at Wednesday last season, so that's a decent signing for them. Terry Small from Charlton, he's a very good centre-back. Daniel Jefferson alone from Bournemouth. Obviously, if you're a United fan, you'll obviously know him. That's probably about it in terms of good players for them. But in terms of departures, Ched Emmons to Fleetwood, Jack Watmore to Huddersfield, and Kyan Best has gone to Chelsea under-21s, and their best player, Kane Hayden Kessler, he's gone back to Villa. And I thought he was a decent player for them, but yeah, I'm sorry, Preston. I think you're going down as well. 21st place, I've gone for Charlton Athletic. Reason? Because they've spent big. That's why they're going to stay up. Isaac Olafay from Stockport, 1.8 million. Very good signing. Joe Costello-Raskin from Blackburn, 870k. Not a bad signing at all. Robert Apter, 2.3 million from Blackpool. Good signing. Charlie Coleman from QPR, 3.5 million. Very good signings for Charlton there. In terms of departures, they have lost Aaron Emery to Boreham Wood, Thierry Small to Preston. That's probably their biggest loss. But they've brought players. Here's the thing. They've spent money. I've said it before. If you spend money, you'll do well this season. And they've also brought in a player from Brisbane, from Australia. But yeah, you know what? They've done well this season, Charlton, in this transfer window. So I hope you stay up. In 20th, I've gone for QPR. They've lost their best. They've lost Marty Cifuentes. Not really convenient for him. And in terms of transfers, Karamoko Dembele from Brest is a good signing. Kwame Poku from Peterborough, good signing as well. And you know what? That's probably about it. But in terms of departures, sorry, they've not really lost anybody of good calibre. I would say maybe Kenneth Paul to Antalyaspor and Charlie Coleman. Apart from that, sorry, they've not really lost anybody. But I know pre-season doesn't really matter, but what I noticed with QPR, they played a second division side from Spain, Castellon I think they're called, and they lost 6-0 to them. These finished 17th in the second division of Spain, and you lost 6-0 to Castellon. That doesn't really give me much. I know pre-season, it doesn't really matter upon the results, but seeing that does not really give me good hopes for you. So, QPR, they'll stay up, but you'll not really do that much this season. 19th place, I've gone for Oxford. They've got a very good manager in Gary Rowett. He definitely keeps teams up. In terms of signings, they've not really done much apart from signing Brodie Spencer and Luke Harris. 2 big signings. Luke Harris is on loan from Fulham. Lost players, they've lost Jordan Foley to Northampton on loan and Will Goodwin to Colchester on loan. So looking at the players they've lost, Oxford have done really, really well to keep most of the players, especially Will Volks. So, you know, they've done really well, Oxford. So you should be proud of yourselves, really. So I hope you do well this season, Oxford. Like I said, you'll stay up again. And, yeah, good luck. 18th, I've gone for Portsmouth. Well done to Portsmouth for last season for staying up. You did really well to stay up, and I'm so glad you did, because by the way, your fans are absolutely incredible. When I went to Fratton Park last season, and when you came to Hillsborough, oh my God, your fans were absolutely brilliant, absolutely amazing, and I loved the fact that you stayed up. So hopefully I can go to Fratton Park again, because I want to see your fans again, because your fans are absolutely amazing. You sung all game. And, you know, like I said, I love to see in the Championship, which you are. In terms of transfers, John Swift is coming from West Brom. But that's probably about it in terms of good signings. In terms of departures, they've not really let anybody go, apart from maybe Tom Lowry and Riley Towler to Kilmarnock and Lincoln. That's probably about it. So, and Anthony Scully is left for Shrewsbury, although I don't think he really did much. But you know what, Portsmouth again, you've done well, so I hope you stay up. 17th, I've gone for Swansea. And I don't think Swansea were too bad last season, but I think they may do a little bit worse. But in terms of signings, they've brought in Ricardo Santos from Bolton and Cameron Burgin from Ipswich. 2 very, very good signings there. Ethan Galbraith from Leyton Orient as well, who I believe used to play for Man United. If you correct me on that if I'm wrong. They've lost Harry Darling to Norwich, Nathan Broom to Bolton. So again, you've done well to keep pretty much all your players. You've got rid of Christian Pedersen as well. I did not think he was very good at Wednesday in the 23-24 season, so well done for getting rid of him. So yeah, Swansea again done well to keep your core of your squad, and again you're gonna stay up this season. 16th place, I've gone for Derby. Now, the reason I've put these 16th, John Eustace is a very good manager, but in terms of a transfer window, oh my, they have been busy. Danny Bath from Blackburn used to play for Stoke. Andreas Weimann, also from Blackburn, very good striker. Carlton Morris from Luton, good striker as well. But the big one, US player, £6.9 million from a team called Charlotte, Patrick Agyemang. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I do apologise if I've mispronounced that name. But I've heard big things about this lad. And I think what I've heard from most people is he could be a contender for top goal scorers. This is what I've heard. And that's what I'm saying to you, lads and ladies. And Owen Beck on loan from Liverpool. Not a bad loan either as well. In terms of departures, Tyrese Forner to Northampton. I don't think he really did much though. Nathaniel Phillips back to Liverpool. Marcus Harness back to Ipswich. So, looking at that, you've not got rid of anybody. Apart from loans, Derby, you're brilliant. You'll do well this season. You've not got rid of anybody. You're all set for this season. Well, Actually, I say that, Nathaniel Mendez-Lang went to MK Dons, I do remember that. So, apart from Nathaniel Mendez-Lang leaving, you've managed to keep your core of your squad, so you should be very happy with that. 15th place, I've gone for Stoke. Now, that might surprise a few people, but I just think there's maybe a few too many good Championship teams in this league for Stoke. Mark Robins is a very good manager, but in terms of signings, Divin Mubamba, on loan from City, used to play for West Ham. He's a striker. Makim Taralov, sorry I mispronounced that name, from Plymouth, £2 million. Sorba Thomas from Huddersfield. Niall Ennis from Blackpool. Aaron Cresswell from West Ham. That's an incredible signing. In terms of departures, Tommy Simkin on loan to Leyton Orient. Lyndon Gooch, Huddersfield. So you've not really lost many players, but I just think Stoke, you may just need a couple more years before you'll be up there in the top 10. That's just my opinion. 14th, I've gone for Norwich. Now, I think I did predict these quite low last season. I think I did predict these to finish 12th. But I predicted them 14th this season. In terms of transfers, they brought in Amadou Pape Diallo from Metz for £5 million. Not a bad signing. Brandon Williams from Manchester United. Jeffrey Schlupp from Palace. 3 big signings there, but in terms of departures, this is a big loss. Borja Sainz to Porto. That's a big loss for them. So they'll be gutted to lose him, and that's why I think they'll do a little bit worse than last season because they've lost him. But maybe, is Sargent going to get the goals for you? Who knows? We'll see how he does. 13th place, I've gone for Blackburn. These did quite well at the back end of last season, and I think they may continue that form into next season. But in terms of transfers, I don't mind Sean McCloughan from Hull. I think he's a decent player. Dion Nevy from Kortrijk in Belgium. Not a bad signing at all. But in terms of players who they've got rid of, Blackburn, Joe Costello-Rakin to Charlton and Taris Dolan to Espanyol is a big loss. And you know what? That's probably about it. It's an average mid-table squad, Blackburn, with Valérien Ismaël, who's not a bad manager at all. Sometimes he can be a little bit... He's not the best at times, but he can be quite good, Ismaël. So you've got a good manager. You've got a decent squad that'll get you mid-table. Not quite playoffs, though. In 12th place, I've gone for Watford. Now, first of all, I don't understand, why have you sacked Tom Cleverley? I don't get it. I don't understand why Watford seem to sack managers every 6 months. They do it all the time, and I don't understand why. But for now, anyway, Nathan Baxter from Bolton's a good signing. Hector Krempew from Peterborough is a good signing. And that's probably about it. Jack Greaves from Ross County is not bad at all. In terms of who they've got rid of, you know what? They haven't really got rid of anybody. So apart from Rakovic Legia in Poland for about 2 or 3 million. So they've done well again, Watford, and they'll have a good mid-table finish, I reckon. 11th place, I've gone for Millwall. These were quite good last season. You could consider these for a playoff place, really. But in terms of transfers, Joshua Coburn from Middlesbrough, that's an incredible signing. He's a very good striker, £6.4 million. Zach Sturge from Chelsea, who I believe is a fullback, and Massimo Luongo from Ipswich. So 3 very good signings there. If you're a Wednesday fan, you'll know who Massimo Luongo is. In terms of who they've got rid of, Aaron Connolly gone to Leyton Orient. He's not really proved it anywhere, to be honest. Zion Fleming's obviously gone back to Burnley. George Honeyman to Blackpool's a big loss. And George Saville to Luton, that's also quite a big loss. So in terms of how they've done in the window, they've not done too bad. And like I said, they might get playoffs, but who knows? They might just be a little bit off. But maybe in the 26-27 season, you could consider them big contenders for playoffs, but who knows? So 10th place, I've gone for Wrexham. Now, before, I just want to say a huge congratulations to Wrexham. Obviously got 3 promotions in a row. Can they make it a 4th? Probably not. But honestly, who knows? They've got very good owners in Ryan Reynolds and Ron McAnally. So they can do absolutely... apologise if I've mispronounced his name. Do apologise. But in terms of signings, they have done brilliant in terms of signings. Danny Ward from Leicester, incredible goalkeeper. he'll do well at this level. Ryan Hardy from Plymouth, good signing. George Thomason from Bolton, 1.4 million. Lewis O'Brien from Forest, that was a permanent deal, by the way. And Josh Windass from Wednesday, he wanted to leave anyway, so I can't blame him. He weren't getting paid, so yeah, I can't really blame him. In terms of who they got rid of, Mark Howard to Salford. You've got rid of a goalkeeper there who was quite old, to be honest. And Luke Bolton, who is a fullback, I think, to Mansfield. Paul Mullin gone on loan to Wigan. That's interesting. So will he, if he does come back to Wrexham in the 26-27 season, and if Wrexham are still in the Championship, which they probably will still be, can he prove it in the Championship? He's starting to get a little bit older now. I think he's starting to get to 30 now. He might already be 30. But we'll see how he does. He did well in League... Well, he only scored 3 goals in League One. But that's probably because he's starting to get a little bit injury prone. But we'll see how he does at Wigan. So good luck to Wrexham this season. I do hope you do well. 9th place, I've gone for Bristol City. Now, these were in the playoffs last season. Did absolutely incredible. And like I said, well done to them. They managed to get playoffs, but got battered by United because they're just too good for them. But in terms of transfers, they've brought in Joe Lumley from Southampton, who's a decent-ish keeper. Emil Rees from Preston, who's a very good striker. Adam Randall from Plymouth, who I think he's a midfielder. In terms of departures, Naki Wells to Luton. And you know what? That's probably about it. Taylor Hickman-Gardner to Birmingham's probably a big loss. Kay Naismith to Luton. And you know what? Marcus McGuane to Huddersfield. And that's probably about it. They've lost a couple of big players. If I mentioned Naki Wells, I think I have. But if I haven't, then yeah, I've mentioned him now. But overall, they've missed out. They've got rid of some big players, but they've got an unproven manager who I think he may have been in this league before. I'm not too sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Bristol City will do again well this season and will not finish in the mid-table. They will finish in the top 10 once again. But who knows? 8th place, I've gone for Birmingham. These absolutely smashed League One last season, and they definitely deserve to be back in the Championship where they belong. But in terms of transfers, they have been busy. Thomas Doyle on loan from Wolves is absolutely incredible. James Beadle on loan from Brighton. Obviously, he was at Wednesday last season. And do you know what? To be honest, I don't think he was that good at the end of last season. So we'll see how he does. He might do better in a better environment, because Wednesday currently he probably is better in a better environment, to be fair. So I can't blame him. Damari Gray from Al Ettifaq. That's a very good signing again. Used to be in the Birmingham Academy, I believe. Bright Osayi Samuel, incredible signing from Fenerbahce. Kyogo Furuhashi from Rennes, Japanese player, 9 million for him. Very good signing again. Ian Cashin on loan from Brighton. I believe he used to play for Derby. If I'm wrong on that, let me know. But in terms of departures, this is a big loss. Alfie May to Huddersfield. I'm actually surprised. I thought he would have been in the Championship this season, but obviously he's not going to be. Bailey Peacock-Farrell on loan from Blackpool. If you're a Wednesday fan, you'll know him. And that's probably about it. They've not lost many big players, so they should be very happy with. Kieran Dowell's a big loss, though, to Rangers. But then again, no, he was on loan, actually, sorry. He's gone back to Rangers because he was on loan from Rangers at Birmingham, sorry. So, you know what? Again, Birmingham have done well. So, they'll have a very good season. Not quite playoffs, but they'll do well. 7th place, I've gone for Middlesbrough. Reason I've gone for 7th place is because you've only serially signed one player, and most of the players that have come back are loans. So that's my reason why you go in 7th and just missing out on playoffs. You got rid of Michael Carrick, which I think is the right decision in my opinion. But the only player we have signed is Alfie Jones from Hull, who's not a bad player at all. But in terms of departures, Dyke Steele's gone. Illing Jr.'s gone back to Aston Villa. And that's probably about it. So Middlesbrough have got a good squad as there is. They'll definitely battle for playoffs this season. Again, just like Millwall and Birmingham, not quite ready for playoffs yet. 6th place, I've gone for West Brom. My first playoff spot. I think they've got a very good manager. But in terms of transfers, Nathaniel Phillips from Liverpool, £3.5 million, centre-back, not bad at all. and George Campbell from Montreal for £1.3 million. And that's about it, really. And in terms of departures, you've lost John Swift to Portsmouth, Semi Ajayi to Hull, Reece Cleary to Barnsley, and that's Grady Diagner's gone. So, you know, you've lost a couple of players, West Brom. But in my opinion, I think this squad is good enough for playoffs because you've got a good manager, and you, like I said, your squad's good enough. So yeah, I think you'll do well this season, West Brom, and you're going to get playoffs this season. 5th place, I've gone for Coventry City. I think these will get playoffs. So I think these will do well. In terms of transfers, Kane Kessler-Hayden from Villa for £4 million. That's not too bad at all. The goalkeeper got injured, so they brought in Carl Rushworth on loan from Brighton. Miguel Brau from Granada is a free agent. In terms of departures, they've lost Jack Burrows to Northampton, who were a decent player. Fabio Tavares to Burton. And that's probably, again, about it. So you can consider this a win for Coventry, and I think they will get playoffs this season. They've got the squad. They've got the manager in Frank Lampard. He's a very, very good manager, and they're going to do it, Coventry. They're going to get playoffs this season. 4th place, this might be a bit controversial. I've gone for Sheffield United. Now, look, this is not bias. This is nothing to do with bias. If this was bias, I would have been predicting Wednesday to finish 20th and not bottom. This is not bias. Hear me out. Ruben Sells, I don't think he's proven yet. Yes, United have done well in pre-season so far, from what I've seen, but I just don't think Ruben Sells is quite proven yet. He did well at Reading, he did well at Hull. I just don't know. I've got a similar explanation for Leicester. I'll go through it in a minute. But I just don't know for United. I've predicted them 4th for now. I know I might get a bit of hate for that, but it's just my opinion, as you all know. But let's go over their transfers, because that's the most important part. So let's have a look. In terms of who they brought in, they have brought in Tyler Binden on loan from Forest as a centre-back, who played at Reading last season. That's a very good loan. Louis Barry, he's on loan from Villa. I thought that was a permanent, but it's actually a loan. So 2 very good loans, yes. But in terms of who they've got rid of, they've got rid of Vini Souza to Wolfsburg for £15 million. That's my problem. You've not really spent much money. You've got 2 loans in, but you've not spent much money. Raksaki's gone back to Crystal Palace, which I thought he was a very good player. That's a big loss. Ryan Brewster. Let me know, United fans, in the comments. Are you glad you've got rid of him, or are you kind of sad about that? Well, I'm not a United fan, so I have no idea whether you're happy or not. But that's my opinion of United. That's why I think they'll finish 4th. Well, if you're not on Twitter, I'm not on Twitter yet. Chris Wilder said after he was sacked that you're going to finish 11th. I don't think you'll finish 11th. You'll definitely get top 6. But like I said, United, I hope you do well this season. In 3rd place, this was really tough. I've gone for Leicester City. And I've got a similar explanation to this with Marty Cifuentes. He's not proven yet. He's been at QPR. He's done well, again, but he's not proven. We've not seen enough for him. But in terms of transfers, they've not brought anybody in. That's my problem. They've not brought anybody in. But in terms of who they've got rid of, they haven't really got rid of anybody, apart from Facundo Buonate to Brighton. That's probably about it, really, because he was on loan there last season when he was in the Premier League. But like I said, you've not done anything, Leicester. You've got the squad, yes, but you've not done anything. And you've got a manager that's unproven. Yes, he's done it at QPR, but he's never been at a big club before. Like I said, I could be completely proven wrong, but it is just my opinion, lads and ladies, so don't roast me in the comments. But yeah, like I said, it's just my opinion as a whole. So in 2nd place, I've gone for Ipswich Town. These will get back to the Premier League pretty quickly. But in terms of transfers, who have they brought in? A player called Azor Matsua from Rennes for £11.5 million. I think I've played him on Football Manager before. I think he's a decent player. Cedric Kiprayelman from Reims and Ashley Young from Everton. That's an interesting signing. In terms of who they've let go of, Sam Morsey's gone. their captain. That is gutting for them. Julio Encito's gone back to Brighton and Massimo Longo's gone to Millwall. But you've got a good squad, Ipswich. Very good manager. Kieran McKenna is absolutely incredible, and he will get you straight back up to the Premier League. Ipswich Town, you're going straight back up. So to finish top of this league is Southampton. Now, these were absolutely dire last season. So bad. But Will Still is a very, very good manager. And he's proven it at Reims, and he's going to do it here. In terms of signings, Joshua Crochet from Hoffenheim, £3.5 million. And Damien Downs from Cologne for £8 million. Two big signings there. In terms of who they've got rid of, Juan Larios to, I don't know where they're from. Kyle Walker-Peters to West Ham. And Suleiman has gone. That's a big loss to Atalanta for £17 million. I'm not sure whether they're going to spend any more of that in the transfer window. They probably will. But Southampton, you are going to be my winners of a championship. Southampton and Ipswich, you're going straight back up to the Prem. And that is it. That is all 4 leagues done. I'm not doing the Premier League. Hate the Premier League, so I will not do it. So I hope you lads and ladies have enjoyed these 4 videos. And, you know, I've had great fun doing this. But my voice, it's absolutely screwed. It's very hoarse because I've been talking quite a lot. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I've definitely enjoyed doing this. But now I'm looking forward to having a break for a bit. And then we will come back on Thursday, do League 1 and 2 predictions for the first game week while I'm away. So I'm watching Wednesday in Mallorca, probably get battered by Leicester. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.